when we were hunting for, food with spears and wearing loincloths and sleeping in fucking teepees and shit.
I find myself like assuming what people think a lot, and it's like it's a weird a feeling when you find out what they actually feel, and you've just been assuming the wrong thing the whole time.
You mean people as in like just everybody you have a relationship with, or like
just everybody? Like I'll be prejudiced sometimes, like just based off how somebody looks or something, and then if I end up talking to them, they're like totally different than what I expected. But it's weird. Like you can't even tell myself not to, because it's almost natural.
Right. There's a natural bias that we have towards people, especially as soon as we like look at them. First impressions are huge. First impressions are massive. When we were hunting for food with spears and wearing loincloths and sleeping in fucking teepees and shit, like if we saw something we didn't know what it was, we had to gauge whether or not it was dangerous right away. Because if we didn't do that, then we'd probably not be here. If we thought everything was cute and cuddly and we could snuggle up to it like a fucking dachshund or like a cat, we'd all be like, I don't think we'd be here. See a massive grizzly bear and oh, it's so cute, and then it fucking mauls the entire village, like, you know what I mean?
It's kind of like the philosophy I have of me and my girlfriend. I told her that like I live every day based off yesterday in a weird way. So like everything I go through, I like try to relate it to something I went through in the past to like help me see it, or like read people, stuff like that, where she lives every day like it's brand new, which I wish I could do. Like everybody she comes across, she's not prejudiced, like she's just very open, and I can't do that.
Right.
But she also can't do like what I do, where she's not like very cautious with who she talks to, and like if people are trying to play tricks on her stuff. It's weird. We're like opposite.
Right. I get worried about that sometimes. People like taking advantage of me or not. Like one of the for a while, I think it's an anxiety thing that I have, because like I was thinking for a while, especially when I was smoking a lot of pot, I thought it'd be really easy for somebody to like get close to me and then pull the rug out from underneath me, and like steal from me, or like take all my shit, or like play me, and so like, but then I thought to myself, if I'm worried about that, it's probably not going to happen to me because I'm like conscious of it. That was an anxious high thought that I had.
I'm worried about that like every day.
Really?
Now I'm worried about if I don't think people can get close enough to me where that could happen, because I don't let them, and which I wish I didn't feel so strongly that way, where I would just open up to people. Like I can go a whole day without talking to anybody new for like weeks on end, and it's so weird because I don't open myself up to anybody. I'll just like go to grocery stores, do whatever, have a straight face, and don't talk to anybody.
If I'm out doing my thing, I will not talk to anybody that I don't have to.
But you don't ever get the urge to do it?
Well, I
always want to.
I will if I'm like in a bar and I'm kind of drunk, or if I see something and something comes to my head, I say it right away. So if I see, it's really hard for me to talk to somebody that I want to talk to, because the first thing I do is try and think of something to say, and as soon as that happens, I find something and it's already not good enough. It's already not good enough. So it's almost like the best thing to say is the thing you don't have to think about saying. If I have a few drinks in me and I'm at a bar and I see a girl that I want to talk to, I'll just say whatever. I'll think to myself, go say something, instead of thinking of what to say.
Yeah.
So like with like text messages and stuff, sometimes it's hard for me to text people that I'm really into, because I type something out and then I think, that's not good enough. Like I could do something better. You know what I mean? So at the store, if I'm feeling that way, if I'm at the store buying groceries, I just don't say anything to anybody. Unless I run into somebody that, something happens and I have a comment to say, then I'll say it. But I don't really welcome like new conversation. I kind of have to at work if I'm on the sales floor and I'm like trying to sell stuff to people. Then I have to but that's not really me.
Yeah.
That's
Are you good
work.
at small talk?
That's my work. I can be, yeah.
I fucking suck at it.
I can be really good at small talk. Depends on my mood, though.
Yeah.
Really depends on my mood.
There's this dude that I work with, because we're customer service also, and he's like very good at it. Like as soon as the person is done saying whatever, he knows like the perfect response, like the perfect timing when to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas me, like I'll just like leave a little void there, try to think what I want to say, and then say it.
Right.
And it's kind of awkward because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not good at small talk, especially
Right.
when I don't know the person.
Mm-hmm. See, for that guy, it's probably very fluid. Like he's not thinking about what he has to say; he's just saying it.
But he is
You know.
high all the time though, so that probably helps.
Right. When you're hot, you're so much more perceptive
Mhm.
of everything, you know? I think I've said it before. It's like when you're not high, you're like looking through a keyhole. You know, you're looking through something that's like that. And then when you are high, it's like, you know, you see like the
You
whole
look
picture.
through it in your third eye.
Yeah. You have one more eye to view the rest of the world with. So that can, it doesn't increase conversation for me because I get stuck in that, what am I going to say? You know, as soon as I think of something to say, then I get stuck in a loop and it fucks me up. Have you ever are you good at public speaking? Like speaking in front of people? No. I can be if I have shit like rehearsed and it's something that like I really know about. Like I took a class where we studied like media, like film media. And, you know, I got to present on specific movies. And so I'd go watch the movie and I would always have so much to say about the movie that I could just get up there and fucking go. You know, I would have talking points and I could just get through all of it. Just spew it all out, you know, and just keep going because it was something that I liked, something that I knew about. But, like, when I first did that, like, when they force you to have a speech, like, in, like, middle school, you know, like you have to speak in this class about this topic that we give you. It feels so much more like it's intense. I think there's a stat somewhere that says most people would rather die than speak in front of a crowd.
I've never spoken in front of a crowd. The most was a classroom, and I've always hated that.
You don't consider that a crowd? You know, three's a crowd.
The most is a classroom though.
Right.
Not like an audience or anything like
Not
that.
like Foozy Tube on top of a car.
Like I have a presentation Thursday, and it's already like I'm already nervous about it, and I know my heart's gonna be like beating super fast when I'm walking up. But it's weird, like in the first minute it just goes away, and then it's like fluid, but the build up to it is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, when I first started doing it in class, like as soon as I got in the classroom, my heart would jump because like it was a class where we had to give a speech, and like that whole week we were giving speeches, and she would draw like sticks with a number on it because like, you know, in like elementary school you had like numbers in class. That's how you like line up and shit. And she would just pull a number every day, so I never knew when I was going to go. And so that whole week I was like stressed and tired and anxious because I had no idea. And then I get up there and I have my note cards, dude, and I was like shaking as I was reading them. But I'm so much better at it now. But
I haven't done a speech since like 3 years ago, so this is the first one in forever.
do you have one coming up?
Thursday.
Yeah. What's it about?
A chapter in a book that we're reading. It's about creative writing. I haven't read the chapter yet, so I don't know what I'm going to say.
You better get on that, buddy.
I fucking hate it.
You better read that shit.
And I can never like scan the classroom like you're supposed to. I always just like look at the teacher, like I'll look and then look at them.
Yeah.
I can't like look at everybody like you're supposed to.
It's kind of hard to look at everybody because you look up and they're all looking at you. You're kind of like, you know, it's such a like, it's a lot of people, but it's not so many people that they're all like blend into a crowd. You know, like if J. Cole's on stage, he can look out to the crowd and it's just a sea of people. It's not 20 people like looking at him.
Well, this one is only 7 people.
Oh,
Which it could be better or worse because less people, there's more. You feel like all the attention is on you.
Yeah.
But if there's like 25 kids, like some people don't care.
Yeah.
Or
like if you're in a lecture hall, you know, the kids in the back are like that. Some of them are on their computer like playing League of Legends and shit. Like, you know, some of them don't really care.